Excuse me. Alright. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 420. And you're here reviewing episodes 26 to 31 of King-Ohger. We're here on Act 2 of the series, otherwise known as Chapter 2. So, in between 26 and 27, obviously, yes, there was that crossover. I did in fact, talk about just 2 episodes part of this one. And for some reason, chronologically, that was set before 16, despite the fact they put it at the 26. I don't really get it when it comes to that one. So, 2 years have passed by between 26 and 27. So, in that period of time, Gira's got a brand new shirt now. And he basically is wearing a similar shirt that his brother wore when he was king. And we see the other kingdoms' rulers were replaced. You're like, what the heck happened? Apparently they were imprisoned. It's not revealed toward the pretty much the end of the episode the reason why. So Rita was removed from power because of violating a labor law. Kataguri was removed because he was... It's not really the food for him. Himio was trying to ignite fireworks across the freaking planet. And Yaima was basically just hogging all electricity, so they were all basically imprisoned. I'm not sure how long this imprisonment was going on for, so their stand-ins are this. So, Sebastian obviously is running, basically, the other kingdom, and apparently he's put on weight over this period of time. He's like, I haven't finished my breakfast yet. Yeah, he basically put on weight for a reason. And the weight is there, even after the next episode, he basically drops it. So, basically your temporary rulers for Naspia is Sakura. For Shona, basically, no, this is the only kingdom that had the ruler removed. Goken, it was Maphonia. For Tofu, it was Kuroda. And Durain didn't get replaced either. Yep. And then, of course, basically, like, of course, everyone thinks they really missed their previous rulers. No one trusts, basically, the stand-ins. And then, of course, basically, we're bringing in our brand new villain here. Who was actually introduced in a Venture Heaven movie as a early bird cameo for him. Yes. Uchi King Daga Dojin, who claims to be the king of the universe. And apparently he's been cleaning up planets. Basically, he's been eviscerating life across various planets. How long he's doing this for? I don't know. By the way, he is not the first person to do this in Super Sentai history. The only 2 villains I know of basically that did this was... I believe it was... Believe it or not, the main villain of Changeman. Yeah, he did this too. Along with the main villain of Five-Man. Yes, so this is the 3rd villain in Super Sentai history ever to do this, where they apparently came from space and they apparently eviscerated other planets. You could say, oh, what about the space ninjas from Hurricaneger? They never eviscerated planets, per se. Well, not really. No other ones, per se. They never actually show it. Yeah, so, and we're introduced to 4 of the 5 jesters in this first one. We already knew about the Prime Minister, Kaji. We knew he was basically one of these guys. And we're introduced to 3 new ones. And these ones are Gon Rasilla, who's a ninja. Habe Leech, who is the only female villainess of the group. Yes. Her whole thing is manipulation. The ninja, of course, his thing is, well, being a ninja is also making him up. He hasn't really done anything yet. He just shows up. Of course, he does play a role in episode 30. But, so, they have fight him, of course, they brought in, and then, like, they kind of get away. And then the very next episode, Himaru wakes up in I kid you not. She basically wakes up in the body of Kataguri. You're like, what? Yes. Rita is in Yama's body. Yama is in Rita's body. Gira and Jermaine basically swap bodies. You're like, what the heck? It's one of the most weird. It's one of the funniest bits here. So everyone's acting weird, and of course, also this indirectly helps improve relations between all the countries, thanks to this body swap thing. Also, Jermaine, his people become fully recognized. Like, the reconciliation is basically nearly complete, and everything's really smooth over. And like, okay, so they only get their things reversed if they defeat the ninja, which they kind of do, and then their retainers attack them. You're like, what? What happened here? Well, apparently Leech all brainwashed them, except by the next episode, they're perfectly fine. And they're imprisoned, so they've already planned. Of course, they were going to out basically the other guys, but wait, can't do it just yet because they can't exactly show them because they don't have proof yet, because basically they want to ruin the plan. So Jermaine proceeds to say, haha, I was the one who caused all this nonsense to happen. So he took the fall, and his retainer, who can actually camouflage himself, was responsible for the whole entire thing. So they kind of get away, and of course, basically, he was by a nearby cave near the Golden Kingdom, and he gets away, and then the episode ends with where I think it was where he's basically, the next episode, where, get this, so there's a mysterious cloaked figure arriving in his kingdom who's frozen. And then we see this mysterious woman freezing Ishabisha. You're like, what the heck is going on here? And then Rita battles her, and turns out this is Karis, her predecessor, who for a long time was considered to be dead, but turns out she actually was in prison with somebody else. Somebody who they actually reveal is the person responsible for the Fury Gons incident. And Himiko identifies basically that the man in the cloak is the one responsible for causing the incident and also killing her parents. Of course, he's obviously asked, who the heck are you? And he responds with this. Like, he seems like very tired. By the way, it's just how the character is. So his name is Godi Lakadam, and his specialty is necromancy. Yes, seriously, because he will get that. So he does reveal the reason why. Of course, you also reveal in this episode the reason why Ria's eye the way it is. Apparently, it's a secret art from her country, but deals with freezing people who cannot be judged by the country, so the caster be frozen with them. I think that's what Karis happened to her. Oh, and why he caused it? Because he kind of felt like it. Yeah. The way he explains is weird. Yeah. Oh, and the thing is, with his actor, like, it's like I'm watching him, I'm like, wait, he reminds me a lot of Commodore Double. Like, one half of him. He's played by Kasuni Amado, and here's the thing. He was a Commodore 4Z. As who you would ask? Why? The principal of the high school where the characters go to. Yes, it's the same actor. Here he's basically just, like, I like his hat, and I love the fact he's just, seems like he's enjoying himself. And by the way, we hit this guy back in episode 15 of the show in a flashback. Didn't show his face, but now we show his face. He was one responsible for it, and Himiko was one who identified him. And of course, by the way, also his boss kind of forgot about him. It's like, yeah, so, oh, he's alive, and then he revives a bunch of dead Baku soldiers. And then episode 30 ends with this black pants woman walk up to Jerome, who turns out to be his mom. Yes, his mom. Nephilia. That is her name. Nephilia. And she's played... Oh, by the way, the one who voices her, she apparently previously played Its Turn from Gokaiger. Yes. Oh, by the way, here's a fun fact about her. Did you know she is the Japanese sub-actress for Katsume Todo from Rama Hab? I think she reprised it for the remake show. This show here was only her second ever time she had been in Sentai. But I was kind of surprised to see her back. And her character's fantastic, and we show the fact that she's a badass. And she, well, for a bug woman, she basically is not the bad looking. Either person in a suit, but... So, they show the fact she's really strong. And also the fact she actually fought the champion. And won. Then she got stabbed, and then Jerome figures it out, reads the subtext. She's dead. And he does not tell her that apparently the war is over, that mankind and mankind have reconciled. So everybody debates about it, you know, dealing with her, and eventually she is kind of defeated. And also, before this, they publicly expose the Galactic King to the entire of Terra via the comics, like, oh, this is the true mastermind. And he's like, I'm bored. After they defeat basically Drain's mother, which is a great sequence here. And then he shows up, and like, I think everything is up. He's like, no more kings. So then he proceeds to throw everybody to a freaking portal. All 6 of them. And then we see Gira and Isha when they arrive on Earth. Yes, a place where Yasha has been in a crossover special. I wonder if he remembers back he actually met Deca Ranger. I wonder that. But this was the primary reason why I decided to stick around in this series for a few more episodes, because of the next 2 episodes. That is the primary reason why. And you'll find out about my thoughts on this 2-parter next time. But these episodes are really good. Advanced the story really well. Like, a lot of development. I'd say 30 got the most character plot. It's probably the most plot-driven episode for me of this entire course so far, which so awesome. Yep. But yeah, let's take a view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Next up we have is Dr. Stone. And after that, it will be the last episodes, go on break, and then work on Comic Corner. And after that, and yes, it's finally officially been released, I'm going to work on the final episode of Season 4, Blue Exorcist after that. Okay? See you.